Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 71, or stage 71, of Building the Enterprise NCC 1701D, the D Enterprise from Next Generation. It's the Enterprise, it's the big one, it's huge, it's massive. This is just a part of the saucer section. Yes, we're continuing the build, a bit of the saucer section, a bit of the other neck bridge thing as well. So look, first of all, so we're taking the deck panel light, this single one, and we've got to do the thing that I really don't like doing. We've got to do the bending. We've got to bend out the wires 90 degrees in either direction. It's not pleasant. It's not broken yet when I've done any of these, but there's always a first time, isn't there? So, oh yeah, there we go. That's that bent out. Then we need one of these little brackets, an AM screw. Let's get one of those out as well. And we shall get this assembled. Let's have a look. So, the little bracket and the bulb. The bulb is going to go in there like that. These are going to go in there and round and through. So it's all tricky. Even the bits that are bent, I've got to bend back even more, because that doesn't fit around there. It's got to fit in there and around there. Oh, it's all bendy. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But there we go. That's the bulb sitting about where it should be. I know that wire's got to come around on the inside there as well. And this is going to hold that in place. Ah, there's an R on there and there's an R on there. So that doesn't matter. They're okay. Let's use a pair of tweezers to hold that in place. So this is going to go over there like that, and that will hold that in place. And the screw will go through and hold everything where it should be. Let's see. That's there, that's there. So if I hold that while I'm doing that, then hopefully I'm actually going to use a normal screwdriver to feel the torque correctly on this. Secure the bulb. Yeah, we're securing the bulb in there like that. That's fairly secure. It could be a little bit more secure, I think. I'm going to tighten that just a touch more. So that should be where that should be. The wires are going in the direction indicate, and it's not actually secured at all. Let's have a look and see. That was tight. Let's loosen it and retighten it with no bulb in there. Yeah, that will go quite a lot tighter than I had it. So let's loosen that back off again. Let's get that through and back in place. Are we there, or has that got to be a bit further under, I think? I think a little bit further under there. Possibly more like that. Let's try that and tighten that up and see what happens there. Is that going to move now? That's feeling tighter and more secure in there now. The bulb is not actually moving. Let's tighten it down a bit more anyway, just to make sure. So yeah, that's definitely not moving. Wibbling, but not actually moving. So that's gone there like so. That's so far so good. Then I need to bring in the entire section. So I shall do that in a moment. Before I do that though, I'm going to do the other bit that doesn't involve having the huge saucer section here. I'm going to bring back this part and fit this in. So we've got the windows in there already pre-blacked out. They are going to go in there like so. That works. I like that. That into the place like that. Okay, so we've got a reflector that goes over the top of that. And there's room in there for the two bulbs, of which we've got here. As ever with these, they just sort of fit in. And there's a little blob on that plastic piece, on the clear piece, that prevents it from coming back out again. So let's get these in there. And while holding those in the right sort of place, we'll get that in there. I've got one in. Oh, well. And we're lifting it out. Obviously, the first one comes out getting right. Multiple fingers are required. Get that there and that there. And sort of manipulate that down while this is going down as well. Hopefully, everything will just fall into place. Why is that not going down on there? Because it's not in quite the right place. That one's there, that one's sideways. Let's twist that round again. So that's in there, that's in there. Also, so far so good. And obviously, I've got the BP screws out ready because I haven't, really haven't. If I let go of that, will it release? It won't really release, so that's okay. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 BP screws to hold this in place. Let's try with the electric screwdriver and see. One up there. Quite easy. One in the middle. I'm liking that. This is what the electric screwdriver comes into play. Going into metal is always a bit of a hassle, but going into plastic, no trouble at all. So there we have that in place. The windows all located in place. Wire ready to be plugged in. Obviously not until we get everything located in place. Let's just tighten all these down just a little bit more to make sure we're not going to get any slippage of these bulbs. That looks good to me. I can say it's the wrong way around, but I was holding it the other way around. It goes like that and looks like that. So yes, I'll get this out of the way. I'll get the saucer section in and we'll get the last panel, well, not the last panel, another panel fitted up. I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, the saucer section in its entirety. This is the bulb that we're going to be fitting to this as well. I've moved the on-off switch because it was in the way. So that's going to have to go through there and through there. This wire will be coming back round, easily accessible. It does say to make sure you get this underneath that, so I might have to loosen that to get that under there. No, it just slips under. That's perfectly acceptable then. So that goes under there. These wires should all be away from the very thin bit, so I think I'm okay with that. So we've got to make sure nothing gets trapped. That wire, I'll have to make sure it goes down there. Nothing else going across in the annoying places. So that seems to be good. We have a couple of AM screws to put in. One goes through this bracket in the corner here. That's there, and the other one is for that bracket, so I won't need that quite yet. I'm going to put in these screws first and then obviously come back and tighten them up afterwards. FM screws, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. They go basically closer to this outside edge. So let's have a look. We've got 2 here. Those 2 are both FM. 1 and 2. Making sure these wires are actually okay and going through a gap rather than through anything that's going to get caught and twisted. That goes through there. There is actually some indentations designed for these wires, so make sure you get them in the right places basically. The other 2 FM screws are up this end, so again make sure the wires go where the wires need to go. One there. I'm going to take this tape off of there from underneath here because obviously I don't need it underneath here, but I do still want to hold that wire, that navigation light, in that sort of place. So I'm going to basically just reattach it over the top of where I'm doing that, nothing's going to go in that particular hole there, so that's still there, holding that out of the way. Then I need how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of BM screws. There's lots and lots of screws holding this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So I'll put one back. Then I know I've got the right number. And these go, there's basically 4 across here and 4 across there. Nice and easy. So again, double checking to make sure all the wires are free and clear. What I'm actually going to do is put in all of these, but not tighten them down yet. Just putting them in to make sure they are in the right holes, everything lines up. Some feel like they line up better than others, but you know. There, looks like that should tighten down once I tighten it down, so I'm not unhappy about that. That one there, 3 more. I've got 3 more holes. There's those 2 there that I didn't do yet, and 1 more on the bottom by the looks of it. Little piece there. No, that's already got a screw in it. It's that one over that side. There we go. That one there, and then that one. Cool. So far, so good. One more screw to put in, which is this one holding this in place. So this, again, needs to be bent outwards. Oh, bending. I don't like the bending. But that can still fix from this side, I think, by the looks of this one. So let's get the screw in the bracket in there a little bit. That started in there. If I can, I can't. Try again. I have to use a pair of tweezers to get this everything where it should be first. Bracket goes in that way up. About there, right. Screw will go through there. Good. Right, that's okay. So now while that bracket's still loose, I can get the bulb in place. Let me just double check that it has got it coming in from the other side, so I will. There's just about enough wire on there. Around. I think it might not hold in properly if it goes in from the other side. I have to loosen that off and get that in there properly. In you go, come on. You know you want to. Almost, almost. Almost, but not quite there. I think we go. Nearly there. I might have to tidy that up just a touch when I go back in. Yeah, more than a touch. It's not even in there properly, actually. I'll get that sorted out as well. Next final thing to do is to plug this in. It tells me to plug it into not this first one here, but the next one along there. So let's get that plugged in there. Obviously the right way round. Into there. So everything should light up when I flick this switch. I'll take the switch back in place over here a little bit more now. There we go. Right, so assuming this is right, I've just got to tighten everything up and it'll be good. Let's try and see. Lights have come on. The new one there, and obviously this one now in the sort of right place. The correct ones are flashing. So far so good. Yep. That's it. That's this part of the build complete. I'll get everything tightened up and lined up properly, and then that will be that. I shall see you very shortly for the next part where we're doing something a little bit easier, a little bit different. Not the saucer section, I think, next time. Next time we are putting a panel together, but not actually installing it. So I'll just be putting a panel together. I think that's going to be the one where we're going to have a look through the rest of the magazine as well. So I shall see you very shortly for that. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.